We're now joined by Pramit Pal, head of the Eurasia Group in India, Rajiv Bhatia, former ambassador, also with us. Pramit, thank you for being with us. Thank you, Ambassador Bhatia. How do you see the current situation over the next 21 days? Do you expect a solution, Pramit?
I would expect it, no. I would expect it to get worse before it gets better. Trump's normal tactic in trade negotiations is the pressure before talks begin, as high as they can. In his book, Art of the Deal, he talks about the need to have leverage on the other person. And then suddenly you'll see him strike a deal at a certain point. So it would get worse, and I think his language will almost certainly get worse. The focus will be agriculture. That's the real core of the trade negotiations. Russian oil is an eyewash. India barely makes $1 billion in savings from Russian oil a month. It's not a big deal. But the real issue is going to be soya, dairy, and auto components. Those are the real hard nuggets on which the rocks on which the trade negotiations are run aground.
Right. Ambassador Bhatia, how do you think India, Brazil would now be working together on this? Both countries have been hit by a 50% tariff. What do you think is the conversation between the leaders?
Thank you, Parikshit. I think I'm very happy that you're bringing in the Brazilian angle and through that the BRICS angle. I think we have to remember that this India-US or US-Brazil difference or dispute about tariffs is a much deeper issue right now. This is not coming to the forefront, but it will. The US seems to have a serious problem with BRICS. And already the word from Washington is that if BRICS were to gain further momentum, then more duties could even be imposed on BRICS countries. So keeping all that in mind, I think it was important when President Lula was advised, when he heard about 50% penalty duty or tariff on Brazilian exports to US, he was advised to call Mr. Trump. Lula said, no, I would rather call Prime Minister Modi. And that was the background in which the call took place yesterday. I think the short, crisp statement put out by the MEA and the Prime Minister's office is revealing enough. It talks about a discussion focused on bilateral cooperation in trade, technology, energy, and the rest of it. But then it adds that they discussed also regional and international issues. And most importantly, they agreed to keep in touch. My interpretation is that these two countries, which represent a very important but moderate pole of BRICS, would try to develop coordination within BRICS. And let us also be very clear that Delhi is not just talking to Brazil. Our NSA has just visited Moscow. So we have to remember that the conversation with Russia is on. There are reports, there's no official statement yet, but there are reports of the likely visit of Prime Minister Modi to China for SCO summit. So clearly India is looking at alternatives. And as to the main conversation with the US, we have to wait and see, because now if the word from Washington is that their team may or may not come, then the immediate future of negotiations becomes uncertain.
All right. Thank you very much, Ambassador Bhatia and Pramit, for joining us. Indeed, a very important time in negotiations. How will India work with Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa? What happens to BRICS? Those are big questions in the days ahead. That's all we have time for here on Global Eye. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.